Hi Paris, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to be doing some custom makeup tutorials, at least the ones I've made because I when before I was a YouTuber, I did um watch Maisha's face tutorials because I was a huge fan. So I do have some of hers, but I won't be showing those. You can go to her channel for that. But I'll be showing the ones I've made. So let's get right into it. Alrighty guys, so for the skin color for this face, this is like kind of like maybe like a goth or emo face that I made, but for the skin color, you want to do this hex code right over here. Now onto the details. These are the eyes right here. You can make them this hex code or just black, and then the eyebrows are down here. They're like a red arch, and these are also black, or you can make them that hex code. For the lips, um, they are also black, and you can also make them this hex code right here. For the contour or the face detail, um, I did this one right here, and then just make it white or this hex code. For the details here, for the nose, it's this one right here, and this one is also white as well. Um, for the moles right here, it's this one right here, and just click on them and they'll just give you like their color, but they're white. So you can do it like that. And then also we have this nose piercing right there, right here, and then also this nose piercing right here. So just click on both of those. And that should conclude it for the first face. Um, I think this face is pretty helpful for some themes, but yeah, let's move on to the next one. For the skin tone, make it this hex code right over here. And for the eyes, the new ones, they're right here, and make them this hex code. For the eyebrows, it's also one of the newer ones. It's right here, over here, and make it this hex code. And then for the lips, they are right here, and make them this hex code right here. And then for the face detail, I did this one right here and make it this hex code. Then for the face details, I did this one right here, and this is the hex code you want to make it. And then I did some freckles, so make the freckles this color. And then I also did the full face ones, which are this color. Then for the nose, which is right here, make it white. And then for the blush, it's this one right here, and make this one white as well. So that's that one for this custom makeup face. This one is one of my more favorite ones, and it's one of my more recent ones, and I just really like it. So hopefully you guys do as well. So let's move on to the next face. For this next face, you want to make the skin tone this hex code right over here. And for the eyes, it's this one right over here, and make them this color. For the eyebrows, they're right over here, and make the eyebrows black. For the lips, they are these ones right here, and make them this color. For the contour, I did this one right here, and make it this color right over here. Then for the face details, for the nose, I did the button nose, and it's white. The eyeshadow, which is right over here. It's this hex code. Then the blush, which is this hex code right over here. And I don't remember if I made this one or Maisha did, so um I'm not copying anyone, okay? I think I made this one though. Or actually she did. I'm not really sure, guys. I'm not really sure. But this one is a cute one. So, yeah, this is the blush right here. And then we have some freckles over here. So, these ones make it this hex code, and these ones make it white. So, yeah, that's for this custom makeup face. I honestly don't know if this one's Maisha's or not, so if it is, please don't get mad at me, you guys. I really don't remember. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this one because I really also do like this one. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Alright, guys, so for the skin tone for this face, make it this hex code right over here. And for the eyes, make them this wink one right over here. And make them white. Then for the eyebrows, if I can find them, right over here, make them this hex code. And then for the lips, these are the lips right over here, and then make them this hex code. For the face detail, I did this one right over here and made it this hex code. Now for the details, for blush, I did this one right here and it's white. For this other blush right over here, I made it this color. Then we have some freckles, which are these ones right over here, and this hex code color. And then for the nose, I did two noses. I did the button nose, which is white, and then this nose over here, which is also white. So this face is not my favorite, but it is good enough because it's kind of cute, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like I need to like make this one better, kind of. But um, yeah. But that's that. So let's move on to the next custom face. For this custom makeup face, make it this hex code right over there. For the eyes, it's these ones right here, and make them white. And then for the eyebrows, let me find them. These ones right here, make them this hex code. And then for the face details, oh, not the face details, the lips, I made them these ones right here and made them this hex code. Now for the face detail, I made it this one and made it this color. Now for the actual details, for the nose, I did this one right here and made it white. Then for the blush, it's this one right over here and it's this hex code. Then I did some freckles and these ones right here and then make them this hex code. So that's it for this face. Okay, so now we're on to the non-human faces, and this one, the skin color is just white, and there are no eyes. These are the eyebrows, though. These ones right here, and make them this hex code right over here. And then for the lips, you want to go into the masculine section and get these ones right here and make them this hex code. Then go back to the feminine section and go to the face detail and make it this one right here and this hex code. Then we have a lot of details right over here. So there, get this other face detail and make this color right here. Then for the nose, I made it this one right here and this hex code. Then I did these kind of like veins, and it's this one right here, and it's this hex code. Then we have like kind of like a snowy thing here. It's this one right over here, and it's this hex code. Oh. And then we have like these little like snowflakes, and then they're just white. And then we have this eyeshadow here, and it's this one, and make it this hex code. And that's this custom face. I really like this one because it can be used for a lot of themes, and you can also recolor this one. But let's move on to the next one. Okay, so for this next face, you want to make this hex code right here as the skin color. Now this one doesn't have any eyes or eyebrows, but it does have lips, and this one's in the masculine section as well, and it's these ones right here, and make them this hex code right over here. Then go back to the feminine section, and for the face detail, I don't have any, so it's all in here. But I kind of thought I did. I guess not. Thought I had like something like that. I guess I just decided to not do that. But anyway, so first we're gonna go to the vitiligo, and this big one right here, make it this hex code. Then for the smaller one, which is right over here, make that one this hex code. Then for the nose, I did this one right here, and I made it this hex code. Then for the eyeshadow, I did this flower one, and I made it this hex code. Then I did this other eyeshadow, and I made it the same hex code. And then I did this little like kind of like plant thing. I did it this hex code. I think these three have the same hex codes. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for this custom face. So let's get on to the next one. For the skin color for this custom makeup face, I made it this hex code right over here. Alright, so now we're here, and this face does not have any eyes, but it does have eyebrows. So I made these eyebrows right here, and I did it this hex code. Then for the lips, go to the masculine section, and then it's these, oh, okay, these gradient ones right here, and I made them this hex code. Next, go back to the feminine section, and for the face detail, it's actually, oh, it's back in the masculine section. So it's this one right here, and I made it this hex code. Now you go back, and here are like the little details here. So for the eyeshadow, I did this one right here and made that this hex code. Next, I did this one right over here, and I made it this hex code. Next, another eyeshadow, and I did it this one right here, and then I made that one this hex code. Then for another eyeshadow, I did this one right here and made it that hex code. Then for the nose, it is the button nose right here, and it is this hex code. Then for the actually you go in the masculine section, and then go to the other. Then it pops up right over here. And then that one is this hex code right over here. So yeah, that was this custom face. I really like this one because it has a lot of details and stuff. But yeah, that's that one. So let's move on to the next one. This is the skin color for our last custom makeup face, and it is this hex code right over here. Okay, so this face does not have any eyes, but it does have eyebrows, and it's this one over here, and I made it this hex code over here. For the lips, you're going to want to go in the masculine section again, and it is these gradient once again. These are just really good for non-human faces, so that's why I like using it a lot, but this is the hex code for that. Then you're going to want to stay in the, actually, go back, and then make it this contour right here, and then make it this hex code. And then for the face details, we have um this vitiligo right over here, and that one is this hex code. And then for the other one, it's this one over here, and you want to make that one this hex code. And then we have like these kind of like vein thingies, I don't know, but this is what it is, and it's this hex code over here. Then for the eyeshadow, I have this one right over here. I think I want to make that one show more. Yeah, okay. This one right here, and make it this color right over here. And then you want this eyeshadow, and you want to make that one this color. Then last but not least, the nose, and it's this nose right over here, and you want to make it this hex code. So yeah, that's it for the custom makeup faces. But if you guys enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, berries.